thank you for my comfort. They're raining down on me.
Now and then in life, God brings phenomenal people into your life. And today, Nasi, I have someone who is phenomenal, musical, totally out of this world. They're family. They're a friend. Put it here, my name. Welcome to Transformations with Pastor G.
Thank
right
you
here
so
on
much.
3K TV. My name.
Yes.
What a pleasure to have you. All the way from there.
Yes. Kuchand.
From there.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming to Transformations.
Thank you so much for having me.
I know you're on mission,
Yes.
but you are a triple threat.
Am I?
Yes.
Why do you say so?
In fact, I think you are just threatening, period. I'm no longer calling people triple threat. You are a mother.
Mm-hmm.
You are a wife
Yes.
to 4 phenomenal children.
Uh-huh.
Wife to one husband.
Yes.
My Ndanga,
Uh-huh.
my friend.
Yes.
But also, you are a social entrepreneur.
Yes. Trying.
You are a social entrepreneur into health, working with NHS.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Doing care work and,
Yeah.
and managing a care work organization.
Yes.
Apart from that, also, you are running a women's organization or launching a women's organization
Launching.
with a conference in November called When Women Worship.
Yes.
But also you are this artist, mega artist. For the last 7 years, I've seen you grow and just turn into this. I don't want to call it a beast, because the word does not amply describe this force of a musician. And normally, you see with television, when people look at people like you, and when they look at people like me who are artists,
Yes.
and yourself, they think kuti vana vasi normal. But I want to just find out a little bit more about Bridget Ndanga.
Yes.
Nita Nyanyewa.
Uh-huh.
Tell me more, where you were born, where you grew up, schools you went to, just tell me a little bit of history so that people know kuti somebody there sitting somewhere in Chitungwiza or wherever, they know that they can become something that is phenomenal in life.
Yes. So growing up, in the early years of my childhood, I was raised by my grandparents.
Right.
And they were pastors. And this was back in Mkoba 1, yes.
So you come from the city of progress?
Yes. So that's where I went to preschool, and I did my grade 1 to grade 6, staying with my grandparents. And so from a very young age, being raised by my grandparents as pastors, I had no choice but to be number 1 in church.
Yes.
And I fell in love with the things of God very quickly from that young age.
Which church was this?
That was called ACOP, Apostolic Church of Pentecost.
Right.
So that was my grandparents' church that they founded, but originally they're from Zayoja.
Yes.
Yeah, way back in the day when it was started by the late founder, Ezekiel Goti. So that's basically that period. And then from grade 7 up to A level, I went back to live with my parents in Harare, Warren Park / Waterfalls. And then I moved to the UK.
Wow.
Yes.
So primary school, secondary school.
Was all in Zim, yes,
All
in
right.
Zimbabwe.
Where did you go to school?
So in Gweru, I went to Bumburi Primary School. And then when I moved to Harare, I went to Warren Park and Christ Ministries.
Christ Ministries.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. That's interesting. So now, how do you then pivot to going to the UK? And how do you then, there's a Zayoja story, how does it come into the picture?
So Zayoja come in when I moved back to live with my parents from grade 7 up to A level. And then when I did my A level, things were starting to get a little bit, I never made the choice, by the way, to relocate to the UK because I moved there when I was very young, straight after high school.
And what year was that?
That was in, my age. That was around 2000. That's when I moved.
Right.
So finished high school, and a decision was just made. Things were getting a
it
bit.
was made for you.
Yeah, basically.
Urugenda ku UK.
Yeah.
And
Yes, and I could National Council. And I apply my universities. I told my university to apply, and you're moving to the UK and you're going to do nursing. I had my own plan of becoming an economist, because when I was doing my A levels, I did commercials, by the way.
Right.
So I did economics, management of business and accounting, and I fell in love with economics, and I had a plan. My A level angu, I use it, donate economics and become an economist. But lo and behold, that decision was taken away from me.
Oh,
yes,
shame.
and I found myself in UK as a very young girl, very emotional for me that time.
I can
Yes, but my foundation, I suppose, of being a Christian, because when I lived with my parents, when I moved to live with them in Warren Park, church was at our house. So I'm leaving my grandparents where they are pastors, founders of a church. I'm now moving in with my parents, and church is literally at our house in our garage. And almost every day was church.
Every day was
because
church.
I think every day we go
know.
to church. So again, I found myself, I served as a deacon. I wasn't appointed as a deacon, but I served as a deacon then because I was the one who would prepare church.
You were functioning as a deacon?
Yes, I was.
Yeah.
When I was a child.
Yes.
Yeah, I was functioning, preparing, kuwipe my benches, kuchaira. So by the time people came, church was ready.
Then lead praise and worship.
Then I would lead praise and worship and do dance. I've always been a busybody.
Shawar. That's so interesting. And the music thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk. First of all, let's talk about the nursing thing. So you do nursing.
Yes.
How do you then move to not just being a nurse, then and you pivot to actually being a healthcare entrepreneur in terms of just running an organization that takes care of health workers,
Yes.
but also facilitates that.
Yes. I think as you get older, and we have 4 kids, like you mentioned earlier, you begin to realize your responsibilities and you want to do more. So that's how we just made a decision. The opportunity in England is there. Let's just step into business and see where we go from there.
So you stepped into the waters
Yes.
and went out on business.
Yes.
Listen, we are talking to the phenomenal Bridget Ndanga. And for those who know Appointed, Michael Ndanga used to be in the music group Appointed, phenomenal music praise and worship leader. But don't touch the remote. We'll be back right here on channel 293, Transformations with PG. Don't go away.
Thank you for my